10 Advice from Mahatma Gandhi for young people who want to be successful. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi was an Indian activist who was the leader of the Indian independence movement against British rule. Employing non-violent activism, Gandhi became one of the most famous and most successful activists the world has ever seen. Over the years, Gandhi has given various advice on how you can be a successful person, and that's what this video is all about. We'll be sharing with you 10 of the most inspiring advice of Gandhi, and we hope some of these will help you to become successful. If you're new here, consider subscribing so that you won't miss other interesting videos like this. Advice number 1. The future depends on what you do today. When you're young, it's easy for you to assume you'll be young for a long time, but it won't happen. Another trap is when you believe tomorrow will take care of itself. No, tomorrow won't take care of itself. You'll determine how your tomorrow looks like by what you do today. Let me give you some examples. A young man who spends several hours scrolling through social media every day is probably not going to invest enough time into reading good books that will make him a better person. A young lady who spends all her time on latest fashion and phones will probably not have the habit of saving or investing into her future. Tomorrow doesn't exist, and no miracle will happen there except the miracle you create today. If you take care of today, tomorrow will take care of itself. Number 2. Be the change that you want to see in the world. It's easier to blame someone else for the world's problems, but right in our minds are little solutions we can individually spend our life creating. People who become hugely successful in human history are people who take responsibility for the world's problems. You may not be able to solve all the world's problems, but you are capable of solving a part of it. Your life as a young person should be centered around a significant problem you want to spend your life solving. Don't join people who always complain about problems. Champion the change you want to see. Create the change you want to see in the world. Number 3. A man is but a product of his thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes. This has been established again and again. You are who you repeatedly think you are. If you think you are helpless, yes you are. If you think you can't be rich, yes you can't. If you think you have the power to change the world, yes you do. There is nothing as sad as seeing a young person who is a pessimist. When you're young, you have everything you ever need. You have the time, the brain, and the energy. You can dream and pursue your dreams. Stop listening to the older generations who are pessimists. Your mind can perform miracles. Number 4. The enemy is fear. We think it is hate, but it is fear. What do you think is the number 1 attribute of every poor and unsuccessful person in the world? Fear, fear, fear. Almost all of the time, people who become successful are not more brilliant than those who are not. In fact, success is not about the IQ, but about courage. Success is about showing up. Success is about pursuing what others merely talk about. If you can overcome your fear, you will overcome the world. Number 5. An ounce of practice is worth 1,000 words. According to a study, out of 60 people who are planning to start their own businesses right now, only one of them will ever do. What happens to the remaining 59? They talk about it, they plan about it, they wish the weather is better or even perfect. Listen, the world is filled with talkers who attempt nothing and achieve nothing. Talk is cheap. Stop talking. Dream is nothing. Stop dreaming. Get out and get dirty. An ounce of practice is worth 1,000 words. Stop being a dreamer. Start being an actor. Number 6. Strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will. If there is anything I'm so certain of, that is life is going to maltreat you. Sorry, but that's the truth. Bill Gates once said, "Life isn't fair. Get used to it." And that's very correct. Don't expect easy trips because it doesn't exist. You'll fall, fail, and cry. Your physical muscles, unfortunately, will let you down because they cannot rescue you in the days of evil. The only friend you'll ever have is your will, your internal muscle, your determination to continue regardless of the challenges. If you have some time, you can build your physical body, but if you want to be successful, you have to build your mind. Those who rule the world are those who have indomitable will. Number 7. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Most people desire success because they focus on what they can get. For instance, they want money and focus on how much of it they can get. Truly successful people are those who understand that they must first give before they can get. The best formula for success is to focus on serving others. The more you give, the more you'll get. Number 8. Glory lies in the attempt to reach one's goal and not in reaching it. Just as Robert Kiyosaki said, who you become on your way to achieve your dreams is far more important than what you get as a result of achieving those dreams. If we all understand this, we'll stop being afraid of failing because we'll understand that we don't really have to achieve those goals before we'll be happy. The actions, the mistakes, the failures, and the falling you go through in the attempt to achieve your goals will make you a better and happier person. So eventually, a man who has dared big things and failed at it is far more successful than a man who has succeeded at doing nothing. Glory lies in the attempt to reach one's goal and not in reaching it. Number 9. I cannot conceive of a greater loss than the loss of one's self-respect. Your parents may criticize you. Your friends may ridicule you. The entire world may reject you. And none of these will affect you that much. But when you stop respecting yourself, when you stop believing in yourself, when you stop having a healthy self-esteem, that's the greatest of all losses. You can't control what other people think of you, but you can control what you think of yourself. Many people who have changed the world have been ridiculed and criticized by hundreds and thousands of pessimists. But because these people didn't ridicule themselves, they could achieve greatness despite great oppositions. It's not about what's going on outside of you. It's all about what is going on within you. Number 10. If you have the belief that you can do it, you shall surely acquire the capacity to do it, even if you may not have it at the beginning. Stop waiting for the resources to pursue your goals. Stop waiting for the capacity. Those are not as important as your resolution and your belief system. Henry Ford said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right." In summary, to become successful in life, start preparing your future right from today. Take responsibility for the world's problems. Don't look down on yourself. Stop being afraid of failures. Focus on serving others. Remember that who you become is more important than what you have. Never stop believing in yourself. Stop dreaming. Start